everyone, this video will show how to write the slope-intercept form of a line given the slope and the y-intercept. Before we go further, please feel free to check out the description below for the link of the other series of topics related to linear equation. Before we go over some examples, let's have a review on the basics of slope-intercept form of a line. So if we are given a point that touches the y-axis at 0b, this is our y-intercept. And if we are given the slope of this line, then we can go ahead and use the formula y equals mx plus b, where our m is the slope, the b is the y-intercept. On the other hand, sometimes the slope is not given, but another point is given. So if another point is given, we can go ahead and solve for the slope of the line using these 2 points, and we can still use the equation y equals mx plus b. Okay, so going back here, write the slope-intercept form of the equation of a line given the slope and the y-intercept below. So our slope is -3/4 and our y-intercept is 2. Now we remember that this slope is represented as a variable m, and this y-intercept is represented as a variable b. And the slope-intercept form of a line has an equation y equals mx plus b. So what are we going to do is we will plug the value of m and b into this equation, and we keep the variables x and y. So our equation would come out y equals, our m is -3/4, and we put the x there as a variable, and then that would be a plus, our b is 2. So this is our slope-intercept form of this given condition that we have right there, with a slope of -3/4 and the y-intercept of 2. In order that we can graph this, we start with the y-intercept. It has to sit on the y-axis, +2. So this is our y-intercept. And we have a -3/4. This slope that we have here tells us that if it's -3/4, this means that we go down 3 and right 4. Down because it's negative, and so right because it's positive. So I go ahead and go down 3. 1, 2, 3. Right 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, we go down 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can also go the other way around. We can either go up, over, left. That's actually the same thing. So we go up 3. 1, 2, 3. 4 left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the graph of this equation that we have right there. So I'm going to go ahead and connect the dots here to create the line. Now let's move on to the next example. At this time, I would encourage you to pause this video and try this problem out on your own. And when you're done, unpause it and check your answer. Okay, so we go over the problem here. Again, this slope is represented as letter m, and this y-intercept is represented as letter b. And so we can go ahead and write the slope-intercept form of a line, y equals mx plus b. We are going to plug in the value of m and b that are given to us. And so our equation would come out, y equals, our slope is 7. So I write 7x plus our b is 0. We don't really need to write the 0, so that we can go ahead and say y is equal to just 7x. So this is our equivalent slope-intercept form of this given condition that we have up there. So that we can graph this, we will start with the y-intercept at 0. So this is our y-intercept, and the slope is +7. Since this is positive 7, we can say that this is actually over 1. So the numerator will tell us if we go up or down, while the denominator will tell us do we go left or right. So in this case right here, since this is a positive 7, we go up and right. So we go ahead and up 7 and then right 1. And so we can go ahead and do the opposite. That would be down 7, left 1. So down 7, left 1. So this is the next point so that we can go ahead and sketch the graph. Did you get the same answers as this? Good. Perfect. Now let's move on to the next example. At this time, I would encourage you to pause this video and try this problem out on your own. And when you're done, unpause it and check your answer. Okay, so we go over the problem here. Our slope here again is represented as letter M, and our y-intercept is represented as letter B, so that we go ahead and plug this into the equation of slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. We need to put in the values for m and b only, so that we go ahead and write y equals, our slope is 0, x plus negative 3. So this comes out plus negative 3. And so we can just go ahead and write y equals 0x minus 3. So this is the slope-intercept form of this given condition that we have right there. Now, please notice that our slope is 0. What does that mean? This 0 slope that we have here, if our slope is 0, this could mean 0 over 1. So that means we start from the y-intercept, negative 3. So I go negative 3 right here. And then again, this 0x could mean 0 over 1, because 0 over 1 is 0. This means that the top, remember the top will tell us if it's going up or down, while the bottom will tell us if we go left or right. So since this is 0, we're not going up or down, but then we go to the right 1. So I sit, I'm not going up or down, but I will go to the right 1. And we also remember that this 0 could also mean 0 over 2. That is still a 0. So that means we're not going up or down, but we go to the right 2. 1, 2. So this is the next dot. So that we can tell that the dots are actually aligned each other this way. So if we still have to do 0 over 3, 0 over 4, and so on. On the other hand, this could also mean 0 over negative 1. This tells us that I don't go up or down, but I go to the left 1. So left 1. This can also mean 0 over negative 2. So I'm not going up or down, but I will go to the left 2. So I go to the left 2 from the y-intercept. And so we can go ahead and sketch the line of this equation that we have right there. We were able to come up with a horizontal line. So we remember that if a line is horizontal, the slope is 0. We can actually simplify this further. We don't really need to write 0x. Our equation can actually be written as y equals negative 3. And this is the equation for this graph that we have right there, when the slope is 0 and the y-intercept is negative 3. Did you get the same answer as this? Good. Perfect. If you find this video helpful, hit like and subscribe for more math videos. See ya!